Hi, I'm Mark Darren. I'm designer on Tales of Monkey Island. This is the audio commentary for Chapter 2, The Siege of Spinner Cay.
Dave Bogan, director of art.
Mike Stemley, designer.
I'm Jake Rodkin. I do stuff.
I'm Eric Parsons, cinematic artist.
Quality.
I'm Daniel Farjam H-Palm Rio de la Losa Herrera, cinematic artist.
I'm Sean Vanneman. I'm a designer.
Daniel is Doro's cousin.
Early on, we decided we were going to do some previouslys in front of every episode, and in order to avoid having to do huge cutscenes at the beginning, we came up with this conceit of the tarot cards that the voodoo lady was throwing down.
Which is awesome.
Awesome.
Also a great way to highlight Ryan Jones's art,
Yes.
which is stellar.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait, that's a different line.
That's a mistake.
And our first introduction to Morgan Le Fay.
Oh my god, it's Kate Katz.
No, it's Morgan Le Fay. It was talked about in the first episode.
Humana.
So, sword fighting, that was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of kudos go to Jessica Lozano for doing all the sword fighting animations. And she's someone who actually knows how to sword fight, so...
Unlike the rest of us wussy guys.
Jessica actually has like blades at her
Yeah, there's
desk.
like a halberd or something.
Yes, she
So
speaks.
you're very nice when you come to her desk.
She speaks softly and carries a very
Especially
big
when you're
sword.
trying to correct her work.
Yeah.
I remember when we interviewed her, and I asked, tell me about your sword fighting skills. Everyone in the room looked at me like, wait, this is what you usually ask? Or?
The stock.
But it's on her resume. But she actually said,
Oh my god!
What just happened?
Big moment.
Yes, very early in the season, we also decided we wanted to cut off Guybrush's hand.
Oh, yes.
that was one of Ron Gilbert's favorite things when
Yeah.
we pitched this.
That's true.
Yeah.
So he wanted to give him a hook,
Yep.
like a proper pirate.
Better not have hurt him, you salty sea.
So a very small detail, but kind of fun, is that this is one of the few times that we... one of the first times that we had... Winslow in the toilet, that's awesome.
That is very fun.
That we had during when the player's choosing dialogue, we had action going on, and camera cuts, and you don't feel like the action stops; it just keeps going. And there's no example of this in this reel, but
When you play the game.
Yes.
Try and catch me now.
And we were casting for Morgan Le Fay, and we had a lot of different people trying out. Originally, she was kind of described as this kind of hard-ass Han Solo kind of character, and we couldn't quite get a person who had the right kind of vocal quality, and what we ended up with was not at all what we were looking for. But I think Nikki did a great job and brought a lot of character to it that made me kind of rethink the fangirl side of her a little bit, and I think that worked out really well for the relationship that went on. But that was not what we were expecting to get from Morgan.
Yeah.
Our productions are fairly organic sometimes.
Yeah,
Things
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
take a life of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the voice actor quickly reshapes or reimagines a character pretty quickly.
I guess another example of that is the Marquis de Sins. I mean, we did a lot of the animation for him before we even heard the voice, and what came back was just crazily different than what we were all imagining. And as the season progressed, we kind of threw in animations here and there to help build up what he should have looked like to match that crazy voice, which is awesome.
so, Merfolk controversy.
Yeah, talk about merfolk, Mark.
Yeah.
One of those
Sexually
merfolk.
ambiguous merfolk.
I don't even know where the concept originally came from.
I know where it
guess
came from. Deep
Oh,
in your
please,
mind.
please.
Yeah.
You don't know. I thought you were going to enlighten me.
No. Come on.
Honestly, I don't remember where the idea came from, but once I thought of it, I think it was because I wanted to get them off to a completely exotic location that felt different from any other Monkey Island location that we've been to before. It's this kind of self-contained little island here with the waterfalls and a whole new race of people that was something totally different, and I wanted to explore that. And yeah, not everybody liked it, but I still stand by it.
I stand by it.
I'm surprised we were able to pull it off.
I was just
Actually,
gonna
it's
say
like
that exact
I had no idea how it was actually going to look in the end. We just sort of were heading towards our direction of, David Bowie as a mermaid. And we kind of went from there. I really like Guybrush and Elaine's conversations in this episode. Kind of nicely establishes their normal relationship.
Yeah, the scene when Elaine comes running down the stairs and then sees that his hand is chopped off is really good.
Yeah.
That was the clip we put out for this episode, actually, and a lot of Monkey Island fans are like, "Oh man!"
Somehow fooled my wife
That's what
with
they
your
said.
voodoo
Also really good is LeChuck.
Yes.
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 Human LeChuck is just great.
Yeah, this came out really nicely.
I was dubious of Human LeChuck when you two guys first pitched it, especially that he was going to be the nicest guy in the world. I was like, really? But oh man.
Yes.
Yeah.
He ended
These scenes worked out really nice.
Kelsey Grammer.
Yes, it's Kelsey Grammer. It's Kelsey.
Tony the Tiger.
It's Kelsey Grammer / Aquaman and Brave and the Bold. It's kind of outrageous, Guybrush.
Kevin Blackton, that's the voice actor, is awesome. That guy gets
he
into
did.
every line.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
I do remember
6'5", he's a giant.
one of the original puzzles that we were gonna do here, or not gonna do, but
the
I
tango?
pitched it, was the tango, the big dance number. Instead of Guybrush and LeChuck, Guybrush trying to teach LeChuck how to do a puzzle, there was this big maze of traps set up, and they each had to help each other to get through it. And as they were going through and making their motions, there was some music started playing, and they ended up dancing a tango and got this golden rose at the end. But that was just, that would have been the budget for the entire series if we tried to pull that off.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, but
So instead, they solve a scum puzzle.
Yes.
It's probably turned out for the better.
Yeah.
well, what's
It's
awesome
funnier.
about that puzzle though is like if you ever have watched someone trying to play an adventure game,
Yeah,
and you're like, no, just go, just use.
yeah.
Yeah. So
do you want me to tell you? Because I can just tell you right now what it is.
don't tell me, I can figure it out. So anyway.
Sure did.
There's a really nice condescending tone that Dominic pulls off. Use. Yeah. Oh, so good.
And, I love how often he points out like, well, it's important for you to show off for your wife and that kind of stuff. It's,
Oh, the first Pox moment.
Yeah.
This is something that was quite organic as well, kind of developed as we went along.
The
The whole
Pox
Pox,
effect.
like
Yeah.
what do people look like when they're poxed?
Right.
And there's different levels of pox and all that kind of thing.
and I remember when you and I, Bogan, were going through the moods, we were starting to say, well, Guybrush doesn't really get like super angry, or we don't really expect him to be really sarcastic because he's just like a fun-loving guy, but. Very quickly we discovered that he just needs that full range of emotions, especially for the pox.
You touched on it before in the previous episode, but you were talking about advances we made in acting, and a big part of that was not just before we used to read the script and talk with the designers about, okay, well, what moods are these characters going to be in while they're delivering their lines, and what we found was more beneficial to actually just go through the emotions. Like Guybrush has like 16 or 18 or something like that. And even though the lines aren't intended to be read in a certain mood, we find that just having those moods available to switch in and out of to get basically sub-thoughts in acting
Yeah.
helped deliver the acting a lot better.
Really sorry about the nice cans joke, folks.
People loved it.
Hands.
There was the pirate song from Monkey 3, but as performed by Jared, I think.
Yes.
No, I don't think that was a. It might have been
It's
the
not a straight
original
rip.
Michael Land scratch track.
Really? It's
Whoa.
Doing that. Not to confirm that, but I think that's what that was.
Now it's like a big
So Spinner K looks awesome too.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that when we
Waterfalls.
come. There's the one shot, kind of the establishing shot of Spinner K, where it's like, oh man, this is like if there was a Monkey Island theme park. Like
Yeah.
I want to hang out here for a while.
I think this was the first time we actually did the dialogue fall off as well. If I remember when they're
Yeah.
having conversations
Yeah, the
in the back.
argument.
When if the volume gets louder as you get closer, I don't think we had done that before.
Yeah.
Another reason that Randy Tudor hated his
Yes.
Yes.
life for about 6 months.
Yes.
Well, there's also the siege that you wired up. Use.
Okay.
Huh? The 800 cannonballs?
Yes. Cannonballs.
Actually, 2 cannonballs.
101 fish jokes. 101.
Watching those cannonballs come to life over the course of like a week was really funny at Jake's desk, where it's like, For a while, it just looked like a
Here, this ought to
like a
make your
snake trail
understanding
through the
of
air.
Acadian literature
I think it's great that Tetra then hates you after you get the cheesiest book in the.
I hate you now.
On cue.
I'm a little closer. Gotcha.
This is my favorite stupid thing.
We had an entire ocean, but Guybrush had to go fishing in a little well.
Guybrush Threepwood, obtainer of cranky golden fish heart.
I give you a full mass replacement. I'll be right back.
She does this really quick. How does she get all the way over there and fix a boat?
Underground,
That was foreshadowing Largo.
Yeah. Maybe show up later. Oh.
I didn't talk about the map in Winslow. Winslow's love of the map actually came about because players hadn't navigated with the map yet. In episode 1, there was no moving around, and so I wouldn't have guessed people would just figure it out, so I wanted another player, Winslow, just to tell it to you. And I wasn't confident that you would get it the first time, so I had him say it a couple of times, and then I realized I was overdoing it, so I went with that.
Because
It becomes
that's
part of his
Monkey
character.
Island.
That's really good.
It's important to overdo the joke.
Guybrush Threepwood.
It's funny how those things turn out to be the most funny and loved things. I think
good.
from the fans.
Yeah. Oh man, classic Rodkin Cannonball.
Sweet.
Classic.
He's moving his
Don't look at that shot though.
There's somehow like stiff wind out there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure if we had this tech in Wallace, but I think Spinner Cave is probably a pretty good example to show the characters moving in and out of different pools of light.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't know
Dakava's
if we had
hut.
that on Wallace.
Dakava's hut.
Yeah, we really took advantage of that on this entire series, and it got better and better as it went on.
Yeah, this is the first time I remember
And-
seeing that.
Oh man.
And Derek is the one who did a lot of that effort.
Yep.
All right, let's sneak out to my ship and sail out of here.
Right, your ship. That's perfect.
Also, this environment had about like what 5 nav cams or something.
Yeah.
And we're not leaving yet.
I mean, in the first half of it, yeah.
Yeah. Then we had a few more.
We're going to use
The nav cam that goes from the top down through the wall.
Oh, from the bait shop down.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's cool.
Oh, Bill.
It's
Generic pirate. Bill, Ted, and Kevin.
episode 5.
Yeah.
Kevin.
These poor guys.
I meant to actually give them pirate names. I never actually got around to
Well, it's
it.
Ted the Thief, Thiefman.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't
Ted
get those names
Thiefman.
until episode 5.
That little jab in the face kills me.
I'm sad that we didn't make Kevin look like Kevin.
I know,
What
we
do you
talked
mean,
about
yeah.
it. But
It's me, Guybrush.
Oh, the
well,
Melty
creepy.
Creeper.
He needs to look like Graham Annabelle's Kevin. Yeah.
And you thought he was gone.
Melty.
Oh man. Oh, I forgot.
Guybrush, master of obvious.
Oh, this is one of my favorite
Our
puzzles to
experience
get
with claymation helped us.
The undiscerning pirate eye, anyway.
I like that puzzle because I got to be mean with it. I set it up so that when you had the melted pyrite, you thought you knew exactly what you had to do. You ran right there, and that was wrong.
That's good old-fashioned adventure gaming.
Guybrush has an animation where he checks his nails.
He's a little
Yeah.
vain.
Yeah, that's part of his pride, I think.
Classic shot of LeChuck.
This must be the weak point in the blockade. Now all I need to do is
I like that the weak point in the blockade is the one part where the
Yeah,
two
the
ships
ships
are
are-
closer together than anywhere else in the episode.
It's because of the guys in it.
There should have been 50 ships out there, but we didn't have 50 ships.
They're
Yeah.
off screen.
The map only shows 6.
So Trenchfoot and Hardtack should have their own spin-off, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
With
Thanks,
Bill.
Mark.
Along with Winslow and Guybrush's hand.
Yeah.
Oh, the Guybrush's hand spin-off
Guybrush's
we have
head
to
should
do.
be
Right.
with Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Yeah. The hand sets sail in like a shoebox.
Right. Yeah, I always wanted Trenchfoot to come back because he's cool.
He did,
No.
in the courthouse.
Yes.
What? No.
Yeah.
His silhouette is there.
No, he gets who?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
It would be too many good Andrew Chaikin characters in one episode. Too.
Yeah. Andrew Chaikin, man of 1,000 voices.
I don't need to know stuff. I've got the pox. Lower the Mer leader.
Surprised you got a character upside down.
Yeah.
Surprised I didn't.
I'm trying to remember how we first framed that scene. It wasn't off of this strange mechanical pole. I think it was
It was rope, wasn't
It was probably a rope sack, if I had to guess.
The rope
The old rope sack. Oh, I forgot about the classic rope sack joke.
It's not so much a
It's a
joke.
joke as
What?
something
So
really
it's
sad.
gonna be rope sacks.
It's just sad.
Let's not call it classic either.
We went back to that rope sack well many times.
So in Monkey Island, it was just Elaine, or did we have others?
In the rope sack?
I think we only had a lane in the rope sack.
What about?
Got that out of the way quick.
In design pitches, though, rope sack came up.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a rope sack. Don't even worry about it.
The Takaba's crew was originally going to be tied up in a
And a
giant
rope sack.
Yeah. Believe it. Trust us. This is all much funnier if you know the context.
Steve Ropesick, the side character that we cut.
Rubber trees.
This is one of those things where, on paper, from a third-party perspective, I was like, rubber tree mast. I'm like, okay, but then it all kind of comes together in a really awesome way.
Rubber trees are
Well, it comes
classic
together anyway.
Monkey Island trope.
Oh, I made that.
You
Yeah.
sank McGillicuddy.
I sank McGillicuddy.
I love the voice of the merfolk leader.
I was very happy that when we got the voices back and the animators started putting it together, they weren't sure themselves whether they were male or female actors doing the voices.
All three of them. All three of them were perfect. He was like, "Is that B. Arthur?"
That takes me by surprise. When I forget
Those
that.
are like the creepiest.
I forget that that's like on
damn
Guybrush's
things.
Wikipedia page. It's like, cannot throw.
Yeah.
I see the ocean beasties have been summoned.
Was it written like that?
Yes.
Yes.
That it was
Because you can't. It throws like a girl all through the first episode too. A girl who can't throw. Yes, not Elaine. Elaine can probably throw.
Just realized that Jacques is in. Was it Jacques in LeChuck's
A
hat?
couple assorted monkeys.
He's like hanging out up there.
It's the monkey character. Was his
Oh, it's
tail
not
metal
Jacques.
or not?
Oh, he doesn't have those green eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
There he is.
I love the
That's wonderful. Him just grabbing his hand like a little kid.
Yeah, the jellyfish lanterns are awesome. I don't know what they are, but they're
jellyfish.
Cool.
Don't worry, boy. I'll take good care of her while you're gone.
Jake, do you remember what we were going to call this island at the very beginning?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that now. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Soundman Sean Finney wants us to tell horrible stories.
No, we're not going to say that.
All right.
We probably could have done without those weird sea creatures. In the grand scheme of things.
Oh, but
They are the most. Where the hell did these come from? Characters in the entire series, yeah.
We should use them somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always sort of thought that this game takes place like hundreds of miles from the main Monkey Island sort of space, so it's okay for this weird
I do
crap.
like that we kind of put all this strange stuff at Spinner K. I think that was
Yeah.
really smart. Like,
It was enough for one episode.
Yes.
this
was
is the
all a
episode where they
dream.
go to
It's just
the
a
Bizarro
dream.
Caribbean.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, just like they're about to fall off the cliff at the end of the Monkey Island universe in this location, basically,
Yeah.
and that's where the weird business is.
Morgan again. Ugh. Can't get rid of her.
She's all sass though.
I mean, Winslow only has this one pose with no animations that he has to use for this entire season.
It's good though. Now that you've pointed it out, it's hilarious.
It's our homage to the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Winslow drives the whole scene.
Yes.
The tension of Winslow really carries for.
Look, you're looking at his eyes. Only his eyes.
That's one of my favorite Morgan expressions.
My favorite is the scared one.
When her eyes like triple in size.
Yeah.
Oh, coming up soon.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's our homage to Jaws, with creatures replacing the little barrels.
How do we replace the barrels with mystical creatures?
Yes.
Barrels is too easy.
So it's also a little weird to see Guybrush like with a little bit of mojo, right?
A little bit.
What? Just I
don't know. He's
Kind of sweet talk, Morgan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guybrush
Guybrush-
do whatever it
He
takes
has
to get
moments.
people to do stuff for him.
You don't have the skills or the wit to defeat Guybrush.
I mean,
Guybrush
that wasn't
definitely
a
has
criticism. It
moments.
was just
Wait to carve
a
a
novelty.
bloody hole in your chest.
See, that wasn't witty
I
at
think I
all.
was thinking about in the original Monkey Island when Guybrush first got the root beer bottle and was just roaming around kicking ass with that thing.
Right.
So he has his moments of,
Yeah.
of
Awesomeness.
Oh,
When he
man.
tries to
Dun,
sweet talk
dun.
Elaine to get the map piece,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Yes.
like he'll.
Dun, dun,
and this,
dun, dun. Oh my gosh. Every
I
time.
love this scene.
That manatee was so big that he
Yeah, we
would
couldn't
not
fit it.
actually fit in the Sky Dome.
Yeah.
He broke the
He
sky.
penetrated the
It's
Sky Dome.
sarcastically big, yeah. Awesome.
Thanks for listening. Woo!
Good work.
Bacteria is meat.
Well played, Daniel.
What?
We're not supposed to talk during this, right?
We're done.
What are we? Hello? Hey!
What did you say?
He said bacteria is meat.